This is your whole body agility workout. Now let's go ahead and get started. No materials needed today except your body weight. So we're going to start with 5 sun salutations. So go ahead and find a spot where you have plenty of room to work. Stand up, roll your shoulders back, mountain pose. Good alignment, good posture. Take a deep breath in, reach up, push your hips back, reach forward. You can touch your shins or the floor, look up. As you breathe in, get a little strength, length, and then work your way back. Maybe the first one you want to come down to your knees or start in an upward push-up position. Slowly lower down, roll up, look up. Up dog, push back either child's pose or down dog. And just hold it as long as you want. Maybe take a couple breaths here. And then whenever you're ready, step forward, bend your knees a little bit, just look up, get some length, go a little deeper, and then all the way back up, and then arms down. So do that 5 times, taking your time for a great total body warm-up, okay? So now we're moving to the core portion. Most of our moves today, from the core movement and strength perspective, are 3 sets of 10 reps each, okay? So back on the ground, we're going to start there for the next 3. Okay, bird dog leg arcs. So this is going to be an abduction. We're going to go out to the side. So left arm out, right leg out, and just keep everything still. Toes pointed toward the ground, leg level with your body. Go out to the side as far as you can. 10 of those. You should feel most on the outside of your hip. And you'll also notice you'll feel it right here too. So you're working on stability right around your pelvis as well as working on the muscles in the outside of the hips and of course the core. That's your first set. Now remember, 3 sets of 10. We'll put these in groups of 3 as well. Next up, all the way on your stomach, arms out to your side. This opens up your hip flexors quite a bit, but works your glutes and low back too. So you can look down or turn your head to the side. It's kind of up to you. Back and forth, 10 each way, bend the knee, drive the heel up, bring it up and over, touch if you can, and then go the other way. Bend the knee, drive the heel up, so you feel the glute and hamstring working, bring it all the way over, and your arm, just switching back and forth. Your arms are simply out to your side to provide a little bit of stability. So they're called scorpion switches in this case. Now go ahead and turn around, lie on your back. This one, you might want to use some light weights, or you can do it simply without weight too, depending on how your shoulders are feeling today. Arms by your side. Reach up over your head. You're going to do this movement each time. So start with your arms extended. Reach up. And then roll up, touch, so your stomach's engaged here. Go all the way back, arms over your head. Bring them up, curl up, maybe touch your heels. Just a really true good crunch. So pulling your stomach in, you'll feel your lower back touch the mat. 10 of those. And then go back and do that set of 3 exercises 3 times. Go ahead and stand up. So, Warrior 3 squats. We've done versions of this before or this before. This time we're going to add an element of stability to it, a little bit harder, so take your time. Staying on the left leg, we'll switch back and forth. So you go out to this position or that position. You can put your arms wherever you want to. Once you're there, squat. So, and then come all the way up. Do it again. Push your hip back. Squat, come all the way up, switching back and forth. So the real key obviously is push the hip back. You're nice and stable here, your core is tight, the back leg's extended, the hip is level, and then you bend the knee, keeping the heel down. 10 of those on each side. That's not one that you rush through, obviously. All right, skaters with a little knee drive. So out to your side, pull the knee up, out to the side, nail it, pull the knee up, 10 each way. Again, not a speed move. You got to stabilize, working on agility, strength. way for that skater knee drive. Next one. Light weights if you want, but you don't need them. Toes turned out, so a bit of a gorilla squat. Obviously a wider stance as well. All the way down, really drop your hips, even below the level of the knees. Reach up. Come up on your toes when you come up. 10 of these. So those 3 moves, the warrior 3, the skater, and that gorilla squat reach, go back and do those 3 sets of 10. Now into the strength portion. Come on down to the ground. A little Sphinx pulse, he said. So kind of starting out here. Elbows on your shoulders. Come down and just pushing up. So your elbows can stay on the ground or push up if you want, if your low back's feeling good. But think about this in stages. You're not just pushing, you're not just using your triceps to push your shoulders to work. But roll the shoulders back, so let the back engage first as you lift up, and then you can push up a little bit as long as your lower back agrees. Keeping the shoulders back and down, shoulder blades braced. 10 of these, real easy. Real easy, so dynamic mobility, working on your range, as well as the strength in your arms, really. It's just kind of a side bonus. On your side again, side plank reach, shoulder over elbow, bottom leg bent. Okay, so you're nice and stable, shoulder stacked over shoulder, this side of the hip stacked over the other side of the hip. Reach over, leg up, so you're extended, and now bring it together. 10 of these on each side. Flipping. Remember a good setup, of course, each time. 10 of these on each side. All right, good. Last thing you can, stand up. We're doing a bodyweight deadlift. Hands behind your head. Feet about hips distance apart. Push your hips back as far as you can, keeping your back flat. And you'll feel a natural stopping point where your hamstrings get long and kind of say stop. And at that point, stop there. So some days, for some people too, as well, depending on structure and mobility, you might be here, you might be here, you might be about there, but I just don't want you bending at all. So keep the back flat, elbows back. And the great thing about having your hands here, your elbows pushing back, is it does help keep that upper back from rounding over. So 10 of those in that group of 3 sets of 10. All right, let's go ahead and recover. Start with nice, wide, long stance. We'll just do one side, each of these 3 things on one side, and then turn to the other side, holding each move for about 30 seconds. Feet nice and wide. Let's move into triangle. So this foot goes this way, this foot's at about a 45-degree angle. Arms up, reach, and kind of rotate. Your hand might go to your shin or your ankle, floor maybe. Roll up, look up, hold that triangle. So good setup. Remember to push down to the outside edge of that foot. Roll the top shoulder open. And hang out there. No weight in your bottom arm. You can use it for leverage, just don't lean into it. Now let's transition here, just keeping the lower body the same way. Upper body, you kind of shift into an airplane, so it's more of a hamstring focus. Kind of floating out here, your ribs floating out parallel to the ground. I'm going to turn so you can see my pretty face. So you hear an airplane. My left leg's forward, bring my right arm down to revolve triangle, so your hand might be on your foot or the floor. Look up. Now hold that 30 seconds. So each of those 3, hold them 30 seconds. And then come on up and do the same thing on the other side. That's been your whole body agility workout.